ASMR.
What are you doing? What's up, guys? We are back. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. Today, what are we doing, Kate?
It's like a postpartum / adjusting to life as parents Q&A. Kind of a little bit of everything to do with baby and us now as parents.
I actually like Q&As because I feel like we can explain how we feel better because it's like a longer thing where we're answering questions.
And it feels like more personal because we're getting questions from you guys and then answering them, so it feels like we're getting to know you and also you're getting to know us.
I asked for questions on our YouTube channel, so thank you for all of you guys that left questions. There were several hundred, so I went through and tried to narrow down that list. Kate doesn't even know all the questions, and we're gonna try to answer as much as we can. If you haven't noticed, we are sitting in our car. We are parked at our house, no worries. Haley's up here. She's safe. She's eating her bottle right now. We're eating milk from her bottle. Kate was saying we should just film the Q&A in our car because that's where we have filmed our previous Q&As.
Keep tradition going.
Yeah, so it's kind of chill. It's kind of fun. You ready to do this?
Let's go.
Boom. I don't know if you can hear, but Haley is going, Question number 1. All right, several of you sent in the same question, so we're gonna answer it. Although we're kind of unsure of the answer ourselves. Who does Haley look more like?
I've got hundreds of messages saying, oh, she's Travis's mini. She looks just like Travis. Or Travis's mom. I've been getting a lot of people say she looks just like Travis's mom.
Literally.
I don't think she really looks like me. I think she might have my hair. Which is funny though. Me and Trav were talking about jeans, like Clark jeans, Bates jeans. Usually the babies look like Bates babies. She looks nothing like a Bates baby. She is 100% Clark, but with my hair.
I was gonna say, as she gets older, she is starting to look like you. Now,
I don't see it.
I feel like when you look at her right now and me, she tends to look like me. But when you side by side Katie's baby picture and Haley's baby picture as she's getting older, she looks like Katie. So we'll see. Katie had like white blonde hair as a toddler. So I had blonde hair too, believe it or not, and curly hair. So I'm curious to see how she's gonna turn out. But I will say, I think she's an even mix of us both, kind of right now.
I think she just has my hair. We'll see though.
We're gonna take a quick break from the questions. We're gonna do something really cool. So Katie and I did something like, what was it, like 5 weeks ago? It was right before she was born. And so, wow, we're on sync again. Anyway, we did something and we're gonna react live with you guys to our results. So a little over a month ago, we partnered with a company called MyHeritage to get DNA tests done. Before we show the live results, I'm gonna show a little bit of the process of the tests and how all that went down. So MyHeritage is a leading global family history and DNA service, and how it works is they send you a test that is super easy to use. After taking a simple cheek swab, you place the swabs into the vials and then place those in a plastic bag that's provided for you. All you have to do now is mail it in, and you can expect your results in 3 to 4 weeks. While you wait, you can also animate and colorize old photos. I tried it with some of our photos. It was actually super fun. And then you can also build out your family tree. It's a super fun and easy process, and now we're gonna check out our results.
Have you looked at it?
No, it's right here.
I got hit for your results.
Let's go.
That's so crazy. 81.3% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh.
What? That's crazy.
I knew you had Irish, you said, right?
18.7 North and Western European. I did not realize I was that much Irish, like Scottish and Welsh, apparently. My mom's last name is Gleckler. Wow, that's crazy. I'm all from this little area.
Alright, show them your area.
That is insane. That is so crazy. So I have a lot of European in me, more than I realized.
Like a lot.
That's so cool. And then they also have a tab where it'll show you like your DNA matches. I'm not gonna show them just because I don't even know who some of these people are, and that for privacy reasons. So you can scroll for days and try to figure out your second cousins and parents' cousins.
All right, my turn. Go to me.
All right, let's see where Katie's from. Let's see her DNA. What?
I am 43.1% Scandinavian, 26.2% English. No way. I know that I have some Indian or something in me, someone said.
You're way more diversified than me.
11.4% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. Babe,
I'm 81%
like
though.
Haley's gonna be crazy. 11% North and West European. You had that too.
You're from all over the place.
Wait, I have 3 more. Spain, Italy, and...
Katie is super into all this stuff.
Finnish, Italian,
Iberian?
14,000 possible DNA matches.
That was actually super fun. We were looking forward to doing that for a while. Katie loves history. I like it too, but it's just cool to find out
like information.
Where you were from. Obviously, you thought you were from somewhere else, so.
Then people lied to me.
Learn something new every day.
Family.
We're gonna go back to the Q&A. All the info for a DNA kit and where you can get one or check it out will be in the description. And we were actually able to get you guys a discount code that'll get you free shipping. So check them out. We're gonna jump back into the questions, but super cool. Did Travis cut the cord? I did cut the cord. Like as soon as she got pregnant last summer, my initial response was, no, I'm not cutting the cord. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just said no. And then about a month or two before she had the baby, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cut the cord. Like, I have one chance to cut the cord of my firstborn child.
When he told me, I was kind of like, are you sure? Because he was like, no at first, so he was adamant. He wanted to cut the cord, so he did.
I'm not gonna lie, when we got into the hospital and she actually had the baby, I chickened out a little bit after seeing what I had to do. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was a it was a thick cord. That's a good way of putting it. I didn't expect it to be like that.
You thought it to be just a little
So at first I was like, I don't know, because I don't want to mess this up. Like, she only has one belly button. I can't ruin this. So I ended up cutting the cord, and her belly button is doing okay. How is Remy doing with Haley?
I think she's done, honestly, better than I thought she would. She, at first, was, like, super excited, like, wanted to lick all over her face and all over her, so we had to be, like, really on her about, like, you cannot lick her face. But I think now that Haley's been around the house and been here, like, she almost sees her as, like, one of us, and she'll get excited when we first come home, and then it's, like, totally chill.
We're in the process of trying to let her be close to Haley, but not too close. If we don't let her ever near Haley, I don't feel like that'll be healthy either.
I think they've done really good together. If we are there, we just kind of monitor them, and they do great.
How bad did the epidural hurt?
Oh, the epidural was so easy. It literally was like nothing. I kind of psyched myself out because everyone was like, oh, don't look at the needle, it's terrible. So I Googled photos of what the needle looked like so I could prepare myself, and it kind of like scared me a little bit. But whenever I got in there, I knew that labor was going to be so much worse than the epidural like needle. So I was just like, I'm not going to think about it, and I'm just going to do it. And she actually was so good. I only felt it for like 20 seconds and it was like so good.
She was a beast because literally I was in the room with her. It was just us two. I think I was more stressed than you were.
You were about to cry and I was like, it's fine.
I don't do well with seeing her in pain or anyone, but especially Katie. I could tell it hurt for a second or two, but it was way better than I thought it would go. So
I had a really good anesthesiologist. I think I got lucky.
I think she has a high pain tolerance. Guys, this is funny because we just had a baby, and when I say probably 70% of the questions were, when are you having baby number 2? I was like, we just had a baby. We have mixed opinions on this question. So, I don't know.
I think that I loved like being pregnant with her, and I love her. But pregnancy was really hard on me, so I think now that I have her, I'll probably want to wait a little bit longer because I was so sick. Taking care of her and dealing with the morning sickness would be very hard. So I'm not saying 10 years.
Whoa.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not the one carrying the baby, so I have to obviously understand that. But I always thought it'd be cool to have kids that are like somewhat close together. I'm not talking about really, really close.
You think like 2.5 years, 2 years apart?
I think 2 years.
I think 3 years. So that's our like timeline that we're thinking. Trev wants 2 years, I want 3 years. We'll see what happens. I might change my mind.
She's so cute. Can they see it?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Oh, this one is good. Who changes the most diapers?
Definitely me.
Definitely Mom. Early on, I changed a lot because you were in recovery mode and weren't moving around a lot. But then I feel like you just are with her more when she has the bad diapers.
No, it is. And I will say, I don't want her to leak or anything. So even though Travis is very helpful with it and stuff,
she doesn't trust me to change her diaper.
Yeah, I'll be like, I got her. I'll change her diaper just because I want to make sure it's how I like it so she doesn't leak.
And let me set the record straight. There's been 0 times when I put the diaper on her and she had a blowout.
It's because you put her diaper on way less.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like, there's no reason for her to doubt my abilities.
Travis says he makes better footballs than me, which is when you wrap the diapers up after you change her. But I think I make pretty good ones.
Has your belly gone down a lot? Yes, 1,000% yes.
Okay, here's what happened.
Was like, guys, it was like this. I can't even do it.
Oh no.
if you could see, it was like this, and then it went literally right after birth. Whoosh. I'm telling you.
No, what happened was my belly was so big before I had her that after I had her, it looked so much smaller because in comparison, all we had known was it being so big. And then it kept going down for the next like 3 weeks, I felt like, and it was like slowly getting smaller and smaller. And then I feel like I've been at a standstill the last 3 weeks and it hasn't really changed much. It's not really that it's like a huge belly, but it's just like my clothes really don't fit yet. And it's like an awkward, like in between sizes. So I still have a little bit of work to do. I'm not really trying to lose a ton of weight. I just really want to tone up.
My belly has gone out. Katie's has gone in. I'm getting that dad bod. She's out.
Say hi, ladybug. Oh, now she's making her noises. All the noises for them. Thank you.
How is it being such young parents? Most
Okay.
people nowadays wait till they're a lot older.
You go first, because you're younger. You're a younger parent than me. I'm an older parent.
I don't even know where to start on this because it's all we know.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I can't answer knowing what the other outcome would be like. I will say it's been amazing. Like, I'll tie it in with another question. Someone asked, do you wish you had more time together before having Haley? I don't feel that way at all. Maybe you do?
No.
I think anyone who has a kid, I don't think anyone's gonna say.
Regret. Somebody's like, oh, I wish we wouldn't have had him.
So to answer the question, being young parents so far has been great. I mean, of course there'll be challenges, I'm sure, as far as like life experience. We don't have as much as a 30-year-old. We're kind of choosing to do that with her and learn, and I think it's great. Like, we're in like our prime of our life. 22 years old. I know it's young, but also it's so fun in a way.
We want to do more because we're young and doing stuff, and we want to be young parents when she's older too, so we can do stuff with her. But I think it's fun. We also though have had a lot of help and like support from
sure.
family and people around us, which has helped because we have so much advice being given and everything. So it's helped. We are young, but we have a good support system.
We have more energy to use. Therefore, I feel like we
There you
don't
go.
get as exhausted as maybe a 30, 35-year-old would.
There you go. Good point.
Haley's probably like, what did I get into? I got two 22-year-old parents raising me in 2023? Come on, mom and dad.
She's turning out fine so far.
Does Haley cry a lot?
Never.
Guys, I'm not even just saying this because it's our baby. She never cries. Like, if she cries, it's literally like a little scream.
Maybe
and she'll go,
for like 30 seconds.
wah, wah. And then she's done. It's honestly unique. It's like too good to be true.
We keep saying, when is this gonna change? Like, when is she gonna start crying and like being fussy? She just hasn't yet. Like, she honestly sleeps, wakes up, she eats, and then she sleeps again. The only time she gets a little bit like, not even really fussy, she gets a little uncomfortable is whenever she has like, it's so weird.
Hiccups?
And like whenever she has like to make a diaper. I'm trying to think of how to say it.
Whenever she's trying to go to the bathroom?
Yes, to make a diaper. That's the only time she's like fussy.
I will say, she does not cry a lot, but I've never met a baby that makes more noises than Haley. Like, through the entire night, she goes,
Yeah. Not like that. It sounds like.
At first, like, we had to adjust because we were like trying to fall asleep, but hearing all these noises,
But I
and
was
we're
just
like, is she okay?
Jinx. Look at her right now. She's sound asleep.
You can't see her.
She's sound asleep.
So she's a very quiet baby
Chill
when it
baby.
comes to the crying.
I want to eat my cookie. I'm gonna be still.
Have you experienced postpartum depression?
I don't think so. Like, I haven't really been depressed. I feel like everything has been great. The only thing I will say, and it wasn't even really like depression, it's been a little hard for me just with being a different size. Like, not that I like want to get smaller, it's just like my clothes really don't fit and I carry weight in like different places.
She's too hard on herself.
I'm not used to like seeing myself like that. But not like any postpartum depression. I haven't really had any. And I think part of that is because we've had such a good like support system around us, and we've had so much help from like Trav's mom, my family being here when I first had her, and we've been able to get a lot more sleep because we've had so much help. So it's been good.
Does Haley have a special nickname? Katie gave her the weirdest nickname from day one. and I don't even know where it came from. She
I'll
calls
tell
her. Okay, you tell him.
Okay. I call her Haley Bug.
No.
No,
You call her
I'm
Bug.
telling them. No, I call her Haley Bug. But sometimes I don't have to say Haley Bug, so I just say, it's okay, Bug.
She calls her Bug. Literally, she'll walk around the house and go, come here, Bug. Or, well, not come here, because she's not going anywhere yet. But she'll be like, hi, Bug. Hello, Bug. You're so cute, little Bug. And I'm like, why are you calling our baby a Bug?
She's Haley Bug.
How long did you push for?
It felt like it was 5 hours. But it wasn't. It was 16 minutes, I think they said, right?
Katie was a beast. She was in and out. I was mind blown. I thought we were going to be in there for an hour and a
It
half.
felt like it was 5 hours. But it was kind of weird because I had the epidural. I couldn't really feel anything hardly. So that was it was just weird. But they said it was 16 minutes.
I'll tie it in because someone asked, what was your labor pain, 1 to 10?
Honestly, it was great.
It's probably more like labor pressure because
Yeah.
you said you didn't really feel pain.
From when we went into the hospital, contractions, everything, I didn't really have any pain, just a little uncomfortableness. And then a few hours after my epidural, I had a little bit of pain. They put a top off on it and great ever since.
That birth was the single most insane experience of my life.
Really?
Literally, there's no words to even describe what happened. A miracle, yes. The whole thing is just mind-blowing. But, no, I was shocked at how fast she was here. That was insane.
She was ready to come meet everybody.
What did you actually need for your hospital stay? They're talking about things we brought. You guys know we were super prepared parents and had
Way over prepared.
everything you could possibly have.
Yeah.
And we packed it and brought it to the hospital.
Honestly, all we needed was a few toiletries, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, stuff like that, and then I'd say 2 or 3 changes of clothes, and that was it. Everything for me the hospital had, and then everything for Haley the hospital had. They had diapers, wipes, everything.
I'd probably bring a towel next time because their
Yeah, their
towels
towels
were
were not
really,
good.
really small. Chargers, things like that. After
2 or
that,
3 changes of
you
clothes.
can do without, honestly. We brought a sound machine because literally everyone and their grandmom told us to buy one and bring it. I don't know if that was for us or the baby, but we didn't use that at all. And to be honest, we've never even opened it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of babies and they have a sound machine hanging on their car seat. Haley has never used one. Now, when we were at our family's house, they were saying it's good for her to be around all this noise when she's at that young age, because at the big house, everyone's just talking and she's sleeping right through it. So maybe, she's just getting accustomed to sleeping with noises. I'm not really sure. In the house, we do leave, a TV on or maybe some music to try to get her to sleep in, a real-life scenario, but
She
that's
does
a little
so
off
good.
topic,
She sleeps
but-
through anything. She's got a Bates gene in her.
she's got mom's gene in her.
Yeah, I sleep through
Those
anything.
two sleep through anything and for hours and hours and hours. Meanwhile, I'm awake all right guys, it's 11:30, 12,
Stop.
lunchtime. Are you breastfeeding baby Haley?
Actually, I am breastfeeding her. I get this question so much because there's confusion around it. I am breastfeeding her. Little backstory, when she was born, I was breastfeeding her and she wasn't really gaining her weight back. So they had talked about supplementing and doing different things. She gained her weight back, so we didn't have to end up doing that. But I do pump now, and I will give her a bottle if we're out in public or going places like church, for instance. If we go to church, I'll have a bottle there for her. That way she just eats every 3 hours and she's not missing anything. But I am breastfeeding. I just pump and put it in the bottle if she has a bottle. So if you see her with a bottle, that's what it is.
Now that you've done it all and gone through one pregnancy, how many kids do you want?
2 or 3.
I think we're still around that same.
2 or 3.
Yeah, at first we said 3 or 4. I think we did
Yeah.
go down to 2 or 3.
The pregnancy was rough. The baby was great. 2 or 3.
How was your mental health?
Good. I feel like it's good. I don't know these questions.
Ask me how my mental health is.
How's your mental health? It's good.
I feel like we both have had moments.
Yeah.
And you maybe have had days at times. But overall, I think we're good. I feel like everybody at some point is going to have some mental stress. But overall, We've been good. We got a
She's
good
been
support
easy.
system, like Katie said. And yes, Haley's so easy, which has been a blessing for us. Because I don't feel like we're living on zero sleep. We try to take turns. I try to give her a bottle, maybe like every other night, so she can get a full, solid rest without the broken sleep. So with all those factors, I mean,
It's been easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I tried to prepare myself overly for it being like extremely hard, and I know sometimes it is, and some nights it feels like that. But overall, it's been a lot easier than I, in my mind, thought it would be.
Haley, how's your mental health? Are we torturing
Looks like
you?
it's pretty good. She looks like she's living a good life, eating
She's
and
hibernating.
sleeping.
What has been the easiest / best part of the postpartum becoming parents journey?
This is so hard.
I feel like for me, anytime Haley reacts to anything, whether it's in the room,
Yes.
whether it's one of us, like that right there, like does it for me.
One smile makes like everything worth it.
If I see Haley make like a half smile, I'll get my phone out and I will record for minutes, like super long, until she does a full smile. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that smile for me is like all worth it.
It just feels like she's been here forever. Oh, that was a burp.
Big burp.
Good job. Good job.
job.
Haley burps like a man, just FYI, guys.
We celebrate the burps too,
Yes,
because
the burps, the diapers, everything.
she tends to spit up, which has been a challenge. We'll be trying to get ready for church or go to dinner, and Haley will be in her beautiful new outfit that mom just got ready, and she will spit up everywhere. And it's not even just like a normal spit up. It's like
A projectile
like
spit
a
up.
cannon. So we have learned we have to burp her very well. So anytime she burps, it's a party. Okay, so this question is, how was your POTS in pregnancy? So I actually didn't realize that you guys didn't know, but in one of our recent videos, we mentioned that Katie has something called POTS syndrome, which is super crazy because I have the same exact thing that I got when I was like 13, 14 years old. This is a short story, but basically your adrenal glands stop working and your heart rate goes up and up and up and up and up, and nothing knocks them down. Where as a normal person, they'll have that adrenaline pump, but then your body calms you down. Our bodies don't calm down. And so you can get to passing out level of heart rates. And so mine, I have grown out of it. I don't know about Katie as much. She still seems to deal with it at times. But this person is asking, how was your POTS during your pregnancy? Did it affect you? Did you notice anything?
I feel like for the most part, it was like, when I first got POTS, it was pretty bad, and then it kind of like slowly got better. Pregnancy for a little bit kind of made it like kick in a little bit more. And it was kind of just like some days were great, and then I'd have a few days that were off and I could feel that I was off. But for the majority of time, it was pretty good. I just had to be careful, especially like getting up too fast and like hot showers, different things like that. I just had to be careful because that would like put me over the edge. But for the most part, I think it was good. Trav had a few scares.
How painful was your recovery?
Painful.
Yo, her recovery, like Katie was super great through it all. Like, I don't know how ladies do it. I'm not even just saying that. But I feel like your recovery was worse than your birth.
Well, because I had an epidural, I didn't really feel what like birth would be
The
like.
damage you did to your body.
Yeah. So all I knew was the recovery, and that was pretty like painful. And Haley was born with her hand like on top of her head, so it made recovery a little bit harder. It was pretty bad. I think the first like 8 days, I really struggled. I was super sore. I honestly could barely walk, and we had a lot of like doctor's appointments for Haley and different things. So I was literally like out of the hospital for 2 days, and then like going back to the hospital, going back to the pediatrician.
She didn't get the rest she needed.
Yes,
to.
I didn't really get to rest right off. It was more like do. So it kind of, not do. It was more like.
What is wrong with us? We're so immature.
Okay.
Oh my word.
What was that?
She's lost it and it's not coming back.
No.
We have to be mature.
No, okay.
We're parents. This is
I
like
gotta-
this is a serious Q&A.
Let me
Okay, ready?
finish. I didn't really get the rest right off the bat, so I was constantly doing things. So I think that made it a little bit worse. But after like 8 days, it started to like get better, hit a turning curve. But yeah, Trav would literally have to help me in bed because I could not get in bed by
I think I missed my calling. I think I could have either been a nurse
You
or
could.
like in-home care. I had it down pat, guys. I had this whole system.
Trav was very patient and did very good.
This one is juicy. How has your relationship with each other changed since having Haley?
That one's like deep.
You go
There's
first.
so many answers.
I'm so
for it.
curious to this one. I'm buckling up for this
No,
answer.
what's the question? How has our relationship changed since her?
Mm-hmm.
I think in a lot of ways it's got like better. No, I'm serious. Not that it was bad before, but like I feel like we've grown closer in a lot of like new ways that we weren't. And then also there is times where it's like, okay, you are both taking care of a kid all the time. You're tired. So you can also get a little more like stressed. But I feel like we've also had a little more patience with each other because we do know that we're trying to like take care of her and we're both doing stuff that's new for us. So I think overall it's really been better.
We are so at the beginning of this thing, like her whole childhood and teenage life is ahead of us. So like people probably think this is like the easiest stage ever. Like they're probably thinking like, wait till she gets to be a toddler, wait till she gets to be a teenager. So obviously this stage is all we know, but I think we still have time together. Once she starts becoming more mobile and moving around, I think it'll be another stage, another level of like having to always be around her, always be...
It's constantly learning, I feel like.
Right, but right now she's still, I'm telling you, she's like a bear. She hibernates. All she does is sleep and eat. It's insane. Okay, a couple more questions. Let's see here. How was traveling with the baby? Some of you guys have probably seen our travel vlog we posted. It was actually our last video. So you can definitely see in detail what we did on that trip, but I will say, it was way better than I thought it would go as well. So Haley is just crushing all of our expectations over here as parents, but she didn't cry one time. She slept basically the whole time. So super easy.
We haven't tried a road trip yet, so we'll let you know if a road trip is different. Flying was good. I feel like a 10-hour car drive could go crazy.
All right, the final question, and we got this one a lot. How did you pick Haley's name?
We should tell them the middle name first and then the first name.
Okay, it's Haley James Clark. James is passed down through my side of the family, and Katie and I basically said for our first child, boy or girl, we were gonna do a middle name James. So that was an easy part for us because we both agreed and thought that would be something cool and unique. So we were doing that no matter what. Now the first name, we wanted it to flow together, but we looked for a while.
The problem was I wanted a girly name to go with James because I didn't want people to think that it was a boy if she was like writing down her name or like people were reading it. So I said it has to be a girly name. And me and Trav were just not finding names that we both loved. Like Trav, what was one? You wanted Corey James. And I was like, no, people are gonna think it's a boy. Can't do Corey James. So he kept like going back and forth and back and forth. Literally one day I was sitting on the couch and I was reading just baby names. I think I said like Haley. And then Travis was like, oh, I like Haley. And then we were like, Haley James. And then I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think it was the flow together that really
just
sold
sounded
it.
So good.
Because we tried pairing a bunch of names and it just didn't go.
There wasn't any super significance behind Haley though. We just liked it. We liked it with Haley James. James is more like the family name. So that's her name. We hope you love it.
That's gonna do it for this week. I think we will have a video come out in the next 7 to 10 days. That's kind of been what we've been shooting for. But we're actually gonna be doing some more traveling for music related stuff. So it should be fun.
It'll be a party.
Stay tuned. Thanks for following along. We appreciate you guys. That's gonna do it.
See you next week.
Peace out.
See you next week.
One more time.
See you next week.